Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to Bring the Vision video. What I guess today is everything you should know or need to know about the new update coming out to the game. If you guys didn't know, tomorrow on April 12th there's going to be a new patch coming out to the game and it's called patch 1.8.1. And with this patch we'll be seeing some new additions to the game like new global events, legendary missions, and also some loot drop changes that will be taking effect, and honestly it's a great addition and I'm really happy for this. Now I wanted to make a video like this, give you guys a quick overview. I do understand that most of you guys already know what's coming, most of you guys already are prepared. But for anyone that kind of took a step back from the game and might have not played it for the past like couple of weeks or months, this is something that most of you guys should be really excited about, and hopefully you come back to the game. So like I said, if you guys do enjoy this video or find it helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and let's get right into these patch notes. So like I said, patch 1.8.1 will be coming out on PC, Xbox One, and PS4 on April 12th, somewhere in the morning. I do understand they released this on like UK time or EU time, but for us in the US, it just really depends where you live, if you're West Coast, if you're Central, if you're East Coast. But from past experience, it's always somewhere like in the morning, like 10 o'clock. It just really depends what time zone you live, as I said. So the first thing is 2 legendary missions. This will be coming out in patch 1.8.1, and later on in patch 1.8.2 we'll be seeing some new legendary missions as well, but for now we'll be getting 2 of them. That's Emma's Apartments and the Grand Central Station. As for anyone who plays this game on Xbox One X, you'll be receiving a new patch of pretty much enhancements. It's nothing game changing, it's nothing like that. But you'll be also receiving an additional patch, and it's going to be pretty much enhancing the game, like 4K rendering, higher resolution, and just pretty much improved graphics for the game to support the better CPU and the better, I guess, graphics of the new console. The other 2 things we'll be seeing are some new global events. The first one we have is called Blackout, and this will be coming out in April. And the second one we have is called Onslaught, and this will be available in May. Now as for Blackouts, I'm not really sure on the specific dates. If they did announce it, I will have an edit on screen right now so you guys can see it. But if there's no edit, then I'm not really sure they even announced the date yet. But in my opinion, it should be really soon, within a week or so, with this patch coming out. As for the modifiers, the Blackout global event will feature agents that are equipped with shock ammo that stuns enemies. And for the Onslaught global event, agents deal burn, bleed, and gas effects to enemies in addition to normal damage. Reloading changes the effect, so pretty much anytime you have a normal build like Alpha Bridge or Striker, anytime you shoot an enemy, it's going to either deal burn, bleed, or gas effect on them, and whenever you reload, it's going to pretty much switch the effect, and it should be pretty cool. The next big thing we have are some vendor changes, and this in my opinion was a must, and I'm really happy they added it. So what it is a classified gear cache to a special vendor that guarantees 1 classified gear per piece from the entire loot pool. So this is pretty much a guaranteed way to get classified gear. For example, if you're missing 1 piece of like Alpha Bridge, Sentry, Striker, and like, Nomad or whatever, you could buy these caches, you could just open them and pretty much see if you can get lucky instead of farming like Underground or Resistance. This is a option that you can take and pretty much have a guaranteed classified item anytime you buy a cache. Now, from what I remember, I do think this cache is like 2,500 Phoenix credits or 2,000 Phoenix credits, so it is quite expensive, but if you have the Phoenix credits and if you want to, risk your luck, I guess you could say, you could buy these caches and hopefully get lucky. The next change we have is to the global vendor, and the first thing they did was remove the basic cache from the vendor. What I'm talking about is the 900 GE cache, the one no one really bought. I do understand some people buy them and get like exotics and classified gear from them. Personally, I bought a few of them, and personally I have never got anything from them. The final change to the global events vendor is each global event will now have an individual cache per classified gear set from that global event. This allows the player to purchase, for example, a Firecrest cache, and that guarantees 1 item from that set. So what it pretty much means is anytime there's a global event going on, for example, let's say it features like Striker, Nomad, and Predmark, you could buy a specific cache of like Predmark or, Nomad or whatever, and have a guaranteed exotic from that. So once again, if you're missing 1 piece or 2 pieces of that build, you could just buy these caches and, get yourself a guaranteed classified item. Exotic loot drop changes are next on the list, and the first thing they did was remove the premium vendor exotics from the open world, loot pool, and exotic caches. So pretty much what this means, no longer you'll be able to get the Historian, Liberator, and pretty much any exotic that's being sold from the vendors in your exotic caches or the open world. This, once again, in my opinion, is a great addition and a great change because it was so annoying farming a legendary mission and at the end you just get a liberator or a historian and, all that time you just pretty much wasted. And the last thing is, all exotics are added to the open world bosses in the game. So now, if you want to farm open world bosses every 4 hours or whatever the time they come back up, you could just do this and you have a chance of getting the house, you can have a chance of getting, whatever weapon or whatever piece of gear you are in need. Last but not least, we have some classified gear drop changes, and the first one we have is classified drop rates. Chances have been increased in all locations. The first one we have is legendary missions now have a 20% chance to give classified gear as a reward at all completions of the mission. Next up, season pass supply drops now have a 10% chance of dropping classified gear, and then the last one we have is survival caches now have a roughly 10% chance to drop classified gear again. The one thing they don't really mention in this article is that there's going to be actually division tech changes as well. I'm pretty sure from those supply drop caches, the season pass supply drop caches, you will also be able to get 100 division tech every time you claim it, and also it's going to be just way easier to get division tech as well. I can't really remember what the ways are or what they said previously, but I do know for a fact that division tech will be much easier to get. So if you are struggling or you hate farming the dark zone, there's going to be other options for you to get division tech in the game in 1.8.1. But anyways, that is it for the video. That's pretty much the synopsis of this entire patch. As I said, I'm really excited for this, especially the new global events and the new legendary missions. It should be kind of refreshing and kind of fun until 1.8.2 drops in the future. But anyways, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you guys enjoyed this or find it helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Trap house.